Good morning, all of you. Today we will discuss the chapter 3 dimensional geometry. Under this chapter we will study how to locate point in 3D space, distance formula, section formula, midpoint formula. We will discuss one by one, but first we will study about how to locate point in 3D space. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, इन क्लास 10 हम लोग 2D स्पेस पढ़ चुके हैं, जिसमें हम लोग एक्स एक्सिस, वाई एक्सिस को 4 क्वाड्रेंट में डिवाइड करता है. ये फर्स्ट होता है, ये सेकेंड, ये थर्ड और ये फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट. दिस इज एक्स वाई, दिस इज ओरिजिन वाई डैश. ओके, सो अगर हमें कोई पॉइंट लेना है तो हम इसमें लेते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में प्लस प्लस, सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में माइनस प्लस, थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट में माइनस माइनस, फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में प्लस माइनस. इन द सेम वे वी विल स्टडी इन द 3D स्पेस. इन दिस स्पेस देयर आर 3 axes, x axis, y axis, z axis, and these are cut each other at the origin O, at right angle. ओके, सो ये तीनों एक्सिस इस स्पेस को 8 पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं और इस 8 पार्ट को हम ऑक्टेंट कहते हैं. इट इज कॉल्ड ऑक्टेंट. अब इन 8 पार्ट में अगर किसी पॉइंट को हमें लोकेट करना है तो हम कैसे बताएंगे कि ये पॉइंट किस ऑक्टेंट में होगा? तो इसके लिए कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम है. वी विल सी फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, सिक्स, 7, 8. एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट, वाई कोऑर्डिनेट, जेड कोऑर्डिनेट. इन फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट, इन फर्स्ट ऑक्टेंट, प्लस प्लस माइनस प्लस माइनस माइनस प्लस माइनस, अगेन प्लस प्लस माइनस प्लस माइनस माइनस प्लस माइनस प्लस 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 एंड माइनस 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 माइनस. ये फर्स्ट ऑक्टेंट है, ये सेकेंड ऑक्टेंट है, ये थर्ड ऑक्टेंट है, ये फोर्थ ऑक्टेंट है, ये फिफ्थ ऑक्टेंट है, ये सिक्स्थ ऑक्टेंट है, ये सेवेंथ और ये एट्थ. अगर हमें कोई भी पॉइंट गिवन है उसे हमें ऑक्टेंट में रिप्रेजेंट करना है, लोकेट करना है, तो हम इसी कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम के अकॉर्डिंग हम उस पॉइंट को लोकेट करेंगे. सपोज दैट आई एम टेकिंग एन वन एग्जाम्पल, 2, 2, -3. ये जो कोऑर्डिनेट गिवन है ये किस ऑक्टेंट में आएगा, कैसे बताएं? देख करके. दिस इज प्लस एंड दिस माइनस. सी इन द एरो, प्लस प्लस एंड माइनस. सो इट विल लाई इन फिफ्थ ऑक्टेंट. Clear? It will lie in fifth octant. Now some of the questions we will see of your NCERT book. आप exercise 12.1. Okay? And one thing, suppose that अगर हमें कोई point लेना है, this x o y is called XY plane. This XOZ is called XZ plane. This YOZ called YZ plane. अगर कोई पॉइंट XY प्लेन में है तो इसका मतलब है कि उस प्लेन में Z कोऑर्डिनेट हमारा 0 होगा. मीन्स अगर कोई पॉइंट इस कोऑर्डिनेट में लेना है, इस प्लेन में लेना है, तो X, X1, Y1 0. We will consider this. अगर हमें कोई पॉइंट एक्स जेड प्लेन में कंसीडर करना है तो इसका मतलब है कि द कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ एक्स जेड प्लेन इज x1 0 z1। ओके, अगर कोई कोऑर्डिनेट जेड वाई प्लेन में कंसीडर करना है तो वो 0 y1 एंड z1 ये होगा। मीन्स जिस प्लेन की बात करेंगे एक्स वाई की बात करेंगे तो z कोऑर्डिनेट 0 होगा, एक्स जेड की बात करेंगे तो y कोऑर्डिनेट 0 होगा, और z वाई की बात करेंगे तो x कोऑर्डिनेट 0 होगा। ओके, सो लेट अस सी सम क्वेश्चंस ऑफ योर एनसीईआरटी बुक ऑफ एक्सरसाइज 12.1। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, a point is on the x-axis, what are the y coordinate and z coordinate? The question is saying a point is on the x-axis, what are its y coordinate and z coordinate? So the point is on the x-axis, so the coordinate of x-axis is what? In two-dimensional we know that coordinate at the x-axis is a0, either x0. So in three-dimensional geometry, what will be? x0 0. Okay, means at the x-axis y coordinate 0, z coordinate 0. If we are taking at the y-axis, then it will be 0 y 0. Okay, if we are taking at the z-axis, then 0 0 z. This will be the coordinate. Okay, means at the x-axis y z 0, at the y-axis x and y 0, x and z 0, at the z-axis 0 x and y coordinate is 0. Okay, so our answer will be what? Coordinate at the x-axis will be x1 comma 0 0. So y coordinate is 0, z coordinate is 0. This will be our answer. Now second question. A point is in the xz plane. What can you say about its y coordinate? So point is in xz plane. Our point is in xz plane. In this plane our point is. Okay. So we have to ask what can you say about its y coordinate. So in xz plane y coordinate is 0. Okay, I have already told you that in xz plane y coordinate 0, xy plane z coordinate 0, yz plane x coordinate is 0. So y will be 0. This is our second question. Now third question. Name the octant in which the following points are lying. So some coordinates are given and we have to find where they are, in which octant they are lying. I am writing. Okay. So first is, second is 4 minus 2 and 3. 4 minus 2 and 3. We have to told in which octant this coordinate lie. So look at this plus minus plus. So it will, this coordinate is lying in 4th octant. Here? Okay, next. -4 to -5. Look at minus plus minus, minus plus minus. In which octant it's like? In 6 octant. Next, -3, -1, 6. Now tell about this coordinate. Minus minus plus, minus minus plus. This is lie in 3rd octant. Okay. So in this way you can easily locate the point in octant. Now we will discuss about the distance formula. The distance formula is similar like 2D in 3D space. If there are 2 points x1, y1, z1, the coordinate A, okay, and B x2, y2, z2. So the distance between 2 points AB is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, z2 minus z1 whole square. This is our distance formula. By this formula we can find the distance between 2 points in 3D space. Okay. Now section formula. Section formula. Suppose that we have to divide 2 points P, x1, y1, z1 and Q, x2, y2, z2. This is given and this is point R which divide the line PQ in the ratio M1 is to M2. Then we have to find the coordinate R. Then what will be the formula? It will be the coordinate of R. The coordinate of R will be M1 x2 plus M2 x1. Section formula. If the R point divide PQ internally, then this formula is defined. Okay, for the internal division. Internal division. Okay, M1 x2 plus M2 x1 upon M1 plus M2. M1 y2 plus M2 y1 upon M1 plus M2. M1 z2 plus M2 z1 upon M1 plus M2. This is the section formula for internal division. Okay. If we are changing it, if we have to find the section formula for external division, just we will replace it. We will change the plus with minus for external division. M1 x2 minus M2 x1 divided by M1 minus M2, M1 y2 minus M2 y1 upon M1 minus M2, M1 z2 minus M2 z1 upon M1 minus M2. This is the section formula. Okay. Now midpoint formula. What is midpoint formula? Suppose that we have to divide 2 points x1, y1, z1 and b x2, y2, z2, and we have to find the midpoint formula. midpoint of this is defined x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2, z1 plus z2 upon 2. So these are some formula in this chapter which we have studied. Now we will solve some questions of your NCERT book one by one. Let us see exercise 12.2 of your NCERT book. We are going to discuss. Okay. Exercise 12.2. First question. Find the distance between the following pair of points. We have to given in the first question 2 points and we have to calculate the distance between 2 points by the using distance formula. First part of first. Point A is 235 and point B is 431. Now distance between these 2 points what will be? We know the distance formula AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Then this is x1 y1 z1. This is x2 y2 z2. So 4 minus 2 to the whole square, 3 minus 3 to the whole square, 1 minus 5 to the whole square. After this, it will reduce 4 minus 2 whole square is 4, 3, 0, and it will be minus 4 and the square of minus 4 is 16, so it will be root 20. So distance between 2 points AB is root 20. Now the fourth part, the coordinate A 2 minus 1 3 and coordinate B minus 2 1 3. So the distance between these 2 points what will be? Again applying this distance formula under root. This is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. We can write minus 2 whole square plus 1 whole square, 3 minus 3 whole square. Okay. Now we can write this. This will be minus 4 whole square. Minus 4 is 16. Square of 2 is 4. And this is 0. Again this is root 20. Okay. In this way we can find the distance between 2 points. Okay. Now next question. Question number 2. So that the point A minus 2, 3, 5, B 1, 2, 3 and C 7, 0, minus 1. 7, 0, minus 1. so that these points are collinear. So for proving 3 points are collinear, we will first find the distance between these points. Like we will find first AB, distance between A and B, distance between B and C, distance between C and A is AB, BC and CA. If AB plus BC is equal to AC, then we can say that the point A, B, C are collinear, otherwise not. Okay, so first we will find the distance between the points. So AB, what will be AB? Under root 1 plus 2 whole square plus 2 minus 3 whole square, 3 minus 5 whole square. So what will be? After solving we get 3 square 9, minus 1 square 1, minus 2 square 4, under root 10 and 4 14. Okay. Now next AB and BC. So BC will be what? Under 7 minus 1 to the whole square, 0 minus 2 to the whole square, minus 1 minus 3 to the whole square. This will be 7 minus 1 6, square of 6 is 36, and minus 2 square plus 4 and minus 4 square 16. This will be 20 and 36, 56. Okay, now we will find the third quadrant ABCCA. What will be CA? Minus 2 minus 7 whole square, 3 minus 0 whole square, plus 5 minus 5 plus 1 whole square. Now after solving, what will be? 81 plus 9 plus 36. Okay. Now adding this, we will get 90 plus 36. This will be 6, and this. Now this can be written as also 2 root 14 and this will be equal to we can write 3 into 14, so it will be 3 root 14. Okay, now AB plus BC is equal to AC. AB is what? AB is root 14 and BC 2 root 14. So it will be 3 root 14. So we can say that point A, B, C are collinear points. A, B, C are linear points. Okay. Next question. Question number 3. verify the following. First, second part of this is the point 0, 7, 10 and point B -1, 6 and point C -4, 9, 6 are the vertices of a right angle triangle. We have to show that these points A, B and C are the points are vertices of a right angle triangle. So in right angle triangle we know that if A, B, C, so if it is a coordinate of right angle triangle, then we will see the square of one side is equal to the square of the sum of the other two sides. So first we will find the distance between these 3 points one by one. So AB is equal to under root -1 -0 whole square plus 6 -7 whole square plus 6 -10 whole square is equal to 1 plus 1 plus 60. We get root 80. Again BC is what? -4 plus 1 whole square 9 -6 whole square 6 -6 whole square. This will be 9 and this is 0. Again this is root 18. Now third, AC is equal to under root -4 -0 whole square plus 9 -7 whole square plus 6 -10 whole square. We get 16 plus 4 plus 16. This will be 36. So we are saying that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC is what? Root 36 whole square. AB is what? Root 18 whole square. BC root 18 whole square. So it will be 36, 18 plus 18. So it will be 36. So we are saying that it is satisfy the condition of right angle triangle. Okay. So we can say that the coordinate A, B, C are the vertices of right angle triangle. So in this way we can solve the other two problems of question 3, which is similar as the problem 2. In the third question we have to given the coordinate A, B, C and D, and we have to verify that these are the vertices of a parallelogram. So what we will do, we will find the distance AB, BC, CD, DA, and also we will find the distance of diagonal AC and BD. After finding these all distance, we will say that these coordinate will be the coordinate of parallelogram if the opposite sides are equal and diagonals are not equal, then we can say that this is the coordinate of parallelogram. Okay, thank you.